Let's talk about scammers that are targeting your business right now, and you may not even be open. From fake legal and tax notifications to fake events to food truck sales that are just too good to be true, scammers are everywhere. I want to make sure that you're not a victim. So for the next 2 episodes, we're talking all about scams. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. This episode is being sponsored by our friends at Table Needs. If you're a food truck owner searching for a simple yet powerful system to run your food truck business, let me tell you about Table Needs. Table Needs is the complete package, offering a robust point-of-sale system with baked-in QR code menu ordering, a KDS, and automated sales tax, plus hands-on customer support that works with you to help you grow your business. For more information, visit tableneeds.com or find them on Facebook. Now on with today's topic. Let's start with the too good to be true ads. And we know in our heart it's a scam. But we think we're too smart to be scammed, or that maybe this is the one person that's so fed up with the business that they are selling an amazingly loaded food truck for $2,000, and we're going to be the one to snatch that deal up. Now, what scammers do is they steal photographs and information that could be from a legitimate food truck listing somewhere around the United States. They create their own fake listing, or they could even just create a fake listing for a food truck that doesn't even exist. They just snap a couple of pictures of one that's in operation and say, hey, it's for sale, and look how busy we are. Then when you email them or text message them or make some kind of contact with them, the owner just happens to be out of the country. And they will hook you up with their amazing deal if you'll just send them a deposit, and they'll be happy to hold the food truck until they get back and you can come inspect it. And then if you decide to make that deposit, guess what? The scammer and your money are gone. Scammers have also been known to ask for a large upfront payment or even the full payment before they allow you to inspect the food truck. And they'll give you some pitiful story about, I've had so many people come and I'm just tired of it. You send me the money and I'll let you inspect it. Now that one you probably know is a scam, because who pays for something before they see it? But there are people that fall for that. And again, once the payment's made, the scammer's gone and the truck disappears with it. Now, there's another trick that a scammer will do, and they may not be a full-time scammer, but they're definitely scamming you. And this is where they have a real product to sell, and they are going to sell it. But what they do is they overinflate the price, and they're depending upon you being so naive and new to the business that you have no idea what the equipment's really worth. And then they'll say, hey, if you'll go ahead and make me a cash offer today, I'll discount the price, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. And you're so excited to get it cheaper than what the list price was, you fall for it. Now, just to give an example, I went to an auction just a couple of months ago. I bought $12,400 worth of food equipment to go into a restaurant for $2,800. That's how much restaurant equipment depreciates. Now, just because it gets stuck into a food truck doesn't miraculously make it survive any better. A used piece of equipment is a used piece of equipment. So keep that in mind when you're talking to people that have something for sale, and don't fall for something that's overinflated. Scammers also pose as a legitimate food truck seller, offering, instead of buying the equipment, let's just lease it to you, or let's do rent to own. They copy a real builder's website. They list themselves as a salesperson for that company. They'll place an ad on Facebook Marketplace, and they'll send you to their basically cloned website. Makes it look real official, and then they will approve you in seconds. All you got to do is send them a deposit via PayPal or some other person-to-person or peer-to-peer money transfer system like Cash App or Venmo, and then you know the rest of that story. The payment's made, the scammer's gone, you're out of luck. And they only need to have one victim a month to make some really, really good money. New LLCs create public information. A lot of people don't realize that. You go to your Secretary of State's website and you fill out all the information to create your LLC, and all that information is now public. And there are scammers that will request the public information once a week, once a month, And now they have a whole list of brand new business people. And then they're either going to call you, email you, or even send something through the mail. What they will be sending to you are very official documents. And it looks like you owe money because you forgot to do something on your LLC, or you forgot to do some type of tax. So they send you that information hoping to scare you into sending them money. Or they will list some law, some labor law, some federal law, some state law that requires you to have something posted. And then they'll tell you for the low price of $250, we will send you the official poster that will keep you out of trouble with our department. And of course, they don't even work for that particular department. And they'll send you the poster that's in question. Costs them a couple of bucks to create it, and then they laminate it and they mail it. And then you have spent $250 for something that you could have printed off on your own printer from home. So they're providing a legitimate service, but it is massively overinflated because they're depending upon you being scared. So if you get one of these particular documents that says you owe money or you have to have this poster put up in your workplace, just rip it up, throw it away, and then go to the website of the government and see what your government requires. And if you really do owe the money, they'll be happy to send you another document. They want you to pay. And if you really do need a poster, most likely they'll have a PDF that you can print off and post. You don't need it to be laminated, and it doesn't need to be a certain size. And if it does need to be a certain size, they'll tell you on the government website. So don't fall for those kind of scams. Also, with the LLC listings, the scammers are targeting new business owners with fake permit requirements, or a tax invoice, or a franchise fee invoice, or some other name that makes it appear like you have skipped over some step in your application process for the LLC, and now you owe money to the government. And again, the hope is that you're so new and you're so naive that you're just going to pay it to avoid any kind of penalties or interest that the letter is threatening you with. Let's say you found a real builder or you found a real seller. You inspected the trailer or the food truck and it's awesome and you go ahead and pay for it and buy it. But you have a problem getting it to where you live. So you look for somebody to deliver the food truck for you. There are scammers that will promise to deliver the food truck right from the seller's location to your location. And all they want is you to pay them up front, because there's gasoline costs and insurance and all that. So you pay me up front and I'll deliver the truck. And you guessed it. Two things happen. Either they're not legitimate and they just steal your money, or they're not legitimate, they steal your money and your truck. And then you're out money and the truck. They might even provide you with fake tracking information. It makes you think that, hey, we've got this on a trailer and it's headed your way. And it's not. Just remember, verify everything. Scammers and sadly some salespeople use high-pressure tactics to rush you into making a quick decision. They claim that the deal is only available for a limited time, so you've got to buy it now because the price goes up tomorrow. The truth is, a real company that builds trailers has no reason to create any pressure. All legitimate builders are months behind. The ones that build a high-quality product, they take months to build. Most of the good builders are running 3 to 5 months right now. So clearly, if they need to pressure you, they've got a cash flow problem. They need your deposit today to buy material to finish what's on their assembly line right now. And then when your turn to be on the assembly line shows up, they got to pressure somebody else to get a deposit to buy the material to build the food truck for you. That's not a business you want to deal with. So if there's high pressure sales tricks, just tell them not interested. Now let's talk about the fake events, the fake promoters that use real events as examples. What these folks do is they create an ad. It will either be for a completely fictitious event and they put a real address on it, or it will be for a real event that's happened in the past and they'll make it look like it's just happening again this year. And they, again, are preying on new owners with a little experience, especially in the event circuit. So they post their fake ad on Facebook or social media. They put a date, they put a time, they put a location, and they tell you that the application fee is a low amount. Could be $75, could be $50 even, could be a bigger amount. But it's always low enough that people don't really want to report it because they don't want to admit that they got scammed. Just pay us through PayPal or some other peer-to-peer processing like Venmo or Cash App. The reason they use those is it's very hard to reverse those things because peer-to-peer, and it says this in the terms and conditions of Venmo and Cash App, you should only send money to people you know. When they do PayPal, they're doing the friends payment on PayPal. And PayPal will tell you only should send people through this method if you know them. If a business, and that's what an event would be, is asking you to send them money in a peer-to-peer transaction, it is a scam because you have no recourse to get the money back. So that is one signal to know it's a scam. So these events, these fake events, the goal is just to have that application fee sent as soon as possible because they're going to put that little pressure on you and say, hey, I've only got one spot left. You better sign up tonight. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. So here's another one that happens from time to time. And it's not necessarily to steal money from you, but it's to prevent you from making money. And this would be a fake catering. So here's the scenario. A client, a real person, calls up a caterer and asks the caterer for a menu and a quote on a catering for a big bunch of people. But during that conversation, the client says, I'm going to be shopping at other caterers because I'm looking for, the best economical deal. So what the bad actor is going to do, the catering company, is going to call your business and then go to set up a catering with you. So that way, when the real client with real money is calling you, you're already committed to something. So they're trying to prevent you from undercutting them. And then, of course, as soon as they secure the contract, they just cancel your catering. So again, the idea is to tie up your catering calendar so that when someone calls you, you can't accept it. Now, it's easy to prevent yourself from being hurt in this way just by simply requiring, I have to have a cash deposit, and that's an unrefundable cash deposit before you commit to a date on a calendar. What they do with these fake caterings, and I've seen this many times, is they will make the deal too good to pass up. They try to get you to not use your own best judgment because our human nature is to trust other people. And then one last scam that happens with catering, and that is the overpayment catering. Scammer calls you up and says, hey, I have 250 people that's going to be here in June, and I need you to do a catering contract for me, and this is what I want. And they list off 4 or 5 things that they want. And then they ask you, would it be okay if I pay you more than what your quote is? Because I need you to pay the band, or I need you to pay the photographer, or I need you to pay something. And then they'll even say, hey, I'll pay you right now today. And all I need you to do is send that money to this person through, again, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Because these businesses that they're asking you to pay for don't take credit cards. Well, that should be a red flag right there anyway. Why are you doing business with somebody that can't process a credit card? And then why can't you just pay them in cash? If you fall for this one, you end up, let's say that you're going to charge $5,000 for the catering, and he's going to pay you an extra $1,000, and all you got to do is give the other party that can't process a credit card $750, and then you keep the additional $250 for your trouble. So you're given the credit card information, you run it, it comes back approved, you go to your bank, you get out the $750, you send it off to the person through Cash App, PayPal, one of those peer-to-peer transactions, and you think all's well and good and you made $250 for your trouble. And then 7 to 10 days later, you get that ugly email or you get that ugly notification that says, hey, this charge has been reversed and now your account is overdrawn. These happen quite frequently. And of course, the information you were given on that catering, totally fake, and your money is long gone. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how you can avoid getting scammed. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow because I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.